The dollar is facing a revolt. The world knows it as the king of currencies, but the dominance of the dollar is now under threat.
To Russian President Vladimir Putin, the US dollar will inevitably be replaced by other currencies in the global economy. In recent months, Russia has pushed to de-dollarization plan despite repeated rounds of sanctions imposed on Moscow due to the war in Ukraine.
What's happening to the almighty US dollar? For decades, it was the reserve currency of the international oil trade, which propped up its value and its demand from Albania to Zambia. But now more and more countries are making deals to trade oil in other currencies as an alternative to the dollar.
In recent years, there's been a growing trend of countries seeking to reduce their reliance on the US dollar and increase the use of national currencies in global trade. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has stated that this trend is irreversible and is likely to accelerate. In addition, Russia has been actively working towards neutralizing security threats, including those originating from the US, by cooperating with the Commonwealth of Independent States countries. Furthermore, Russia is moving away from using the US dollar when paying for exports and reducing settlements in USD with contractors. The BRICS countries are also reportedly working to create a new form of currency. Former US President Donald Trump has warned that the US losing a currency war against China would be like America losing a world war. He argues that China pushing a large portion of the world off of the dollar standard would be the equivalent of America losing a world war. In this video, we will analyze the reasons behind the de-dollarization trend and the potential implications of this trend. We will also examine the reasons behind Trump's comments on the US losing a currency war against China and what it could mean for the USF. But before we dive into the video, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel, turn on notification, and give the video a thumbs up. Now let's dive in. Section 1. The de-dollarization trend. The de-dollarization trend is driven by several factors. One of the main reasons is the increasing use of economic sanctions by the US government. In recent years, the US has imposed sanctions on several countries, including Russia, Iran, and Venezuela. These sanctions have been imposed to achieve political objectives, such as regime change or the cessation of nuclear activities. However, they have also had a significant impact on the economies of these countries by restricting their access to the global financial system. This has led to an increasing number of countries seeking to reduce their reliance on the US dollar and increase the use of national currencies in global trade. By reducing their dependence on the dollar, these countries can reduce the impact of US sanctions on their economies. Furthermore, it can also help them to diversify their foreign exchange reserves and reduce their exposure to the volatility of the dollar. Another reason behind the de-dollarization trend is the increasing role of China in the global economy. China has become the world's largest trading nation and has been actively promoting the use of its currency, the yuan, in global trade. In recent years, China has signed several currency swap agreements with other countries, which has helped to increase the use of the yuan in cross-border trade. Furthermore, the Belt and Road Initiative, which is China's flagship infrastructure development project, is expected to increase the use of the yuan in trade with countries along the route. Section 2. Implications of the de-dollarization trend. The de-dollarization trend could have significant implications for the global economy. One of the main implications is the potential loss of the US dollar's reserve currency status. The US dollar has been the dominant reserve currency for several decades, and its status has allowed the US to finance its current account deficit by printing dollars. Furthermore, it has also given the US significant influence over the global financial system. If the de-dollarization trend continues, it could lead to a shift towards a multipolar currency system where several currencies are used as reserve currencies. This could reduce the influence of the US over the global financial system and limit its ability to finance its current account deficit by printing dollars. Furthermore, it could also lead to increased volatility in currency markets as countries adjust to the new system. Section 3. Trump's comments on the U.S. losing a currency war against China, former President Donald Trump has warned that the U.S. losing a currency war against China would be like America losing a world war. He argues that Russia is not alone in its de-dollarization efforts. Countries such as China, Iran, and Turkey have also been actively reducing their dependence on the U.S. dollar. China, in particular, has been promoting the use of its own currency, the yuan, in global trade, and has signed currency swap agreements with several countries to facilitate the use of the yuan in cross-border transactions. Moreover, the BRICS nations are reportedly working to create a new form of currency that could reduce their dependence on the US dollar. The new currency, which is expected to be a basket of currencies from the member countries, could serve as an alternative to the US dollar as a global reserve currency. Economist Nouriel Roubini has also predicted a shift to a bipolar global reserve currency, with the Chinese yuan as an alternative to the US dollar. According to Roubini, the current global monetary system is unsustainable, and the world needs a new system that is more stable and resilient. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has also weighed in on the issue of de-dollarization, warning that the U.S. losing a currency war against China would be like America losing a world war. He emphasized the importance of the U.S. dollar as the currency that makes the country powerful and strong, and warned of the consequences of losing its status as the dominant global reserve currency. In conclusion, the trend towards de-dollarization is irreversible, and countries around the world are actively reducing their dependence on the US dollar. While the US dollar is likely to remain the dominant global reserve currency for the foreseeable future, the rise of alternative currencies such as the Chinese yuan and the creation of new forms of currency, such as the proposed BRICS currency, could potentially challenge its dominance in the long run. The implications of these developments for global trade and economic relations are significant and worth monitoring closely. Do you think the shift towards a multipolar currency system is a good thing for the global economy, or will it lead to increased volatility in currency markets? What other potential implications do you see with this trend? And how do you think countries and the global community should respond? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on any new content that we produce. Lastly, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. Your likes help our video to rank higher in the YouTube algorithm, which means that more people will be able to find and benefit from our content. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the comment section in the future videos.